Hello, and welcome to this episode about mastery. One of the really interesting things about mastery and excellence is that they're an asymptote. Now, an asymptote is a very interesting mathematical equation where you have a straight line and a curve going towards the line, but because of the mathematical formula, the curve never actually touches the line. It goes on very close to the line, getting ever closer out to infinity. It never actually gets there. It's just a mathematical equation that'll go on forever. So it's important to recognize that mastery is an asymptote. It's something that you'll never actually achieve. It's not as if you'll go like, okay, I've achieved mastery, I'm done. It's like, I'm continuously progressing towards mastery. It's a journey, and it's about enjoying the journey. And it's the same with excellence. Excellence is not something you can say, right, good, we're now excellent. It's always a progression towards, a journey towards. So I'd like you to consider how, when you're communicating with your people and also motivating yourself, that you need to be mindful of the fact that it is an asymptote and enjoy the ride, but also need to be mindful of the frustration that can come from that because you're never actually going to achieve it. It's about being able to balance that frustration of never achieving something with the enjoyment of the pursuit. So it's more about being in progression towards mastery and excellence rather than trying to achieve it. And another thing that's really interesting about expectations of excellence is David Ulrich, one of the great thought leaders of our time, recently wrote an article about how to be very careful about managing expectations when it comes to excellence. Because if we have excellence and say excellence must be way up here, people go like, oh, that's too high, I can't achieve that. And then they may lose motivation, and that could actually hinder productivity and service to your customers. But if it's also too low, if the expectations are too low, they'll go like, well, that's not really much, that won't take much effort, I won't put in too much effort. And that can also hinder productivity and quality of service to your clients. So it's really important to get the balance of managing expectations around what excellence is and how to continue the conversation about it being a journey rather than a destination. Because when it comes to mastery, and especially when it comes to excellence, stay curious.